So, it's been a long time. I actually did a video about this game, and I just got my new iPhone recently, and they gave me free updates, things for 3 months. So, I was like, what, I'll try it at Apple Arcade. Well, Castlevania Grimoire Souls, after what, 4 or 5 years? Um, yeah, this game's actually alive. Even though it was a soft release in Canada and I think one of the Asian countries for the time being, and it eventually got into serviced because it was a gotcha type S game from Konami. But yeah, this game is alive, and I guess in a way of reviewing, I got a little bit further in this game. Well, this version of the game, since a lot of things have changed. So, right now, as I speak, I just uploaded a new playlist on my channel showing the old footage of my old Castlevania when it was like version, I guess, 1. And this is now the new version of today as of June 9th, 2025. So, a lot of things have changed, surprisingly. Even visually, it has been changed. So they still have the music over here at the compendium. Seeing the characters are, lounging around. Few things they did change up is used to have the statue of the summon, but now it got slightly moved. They used to be around this area, but now they moved it into that little spot right there. This used to be the multiplayer section, but now they changed it to a dispatch, which you will send your characters off to do mini missions, depending how far you're in the story, too. Right now I'm on book 4, which last time I think I was on book 5 last time I played the original version of the game. Which I remember seeing Soma the first time, and literally got my ass handed to me. So that's when the game kind of ended the last time I played it. I was like, oh. I was really interested in the story. I was like, why is Soma involved? So I don't know. They might enhance it a little bit more. The character roster is still the same. So far as, Alucard, Simon, Charlotte from Portrait Ruin, Maria, young Maria, and Shanoa. Which, as usual, Shanoa is my main. Because sure, aerial combat is just ridiculous. They still kept the gacha aspect in the game. It's not monetizable, surprisingly, how they kept it as a gacha game, but it's just a simple single player game at this point. So summons are still what they are. They still have the same system, but they revamped it. It's not. It goes by depending what chapter you're in the story of the books. But like right now, I'm on book 4, which I have access to these type of weapons. So, and the gems you get them plentiful. Like this is my daily right now, so I get like 1,500 a day if I actually do a full roster of quests. And also killing enemies thing. And you got your weekly. Like I said, it's a gotcha game, but it's not a gotcha game. It's very weird how they did this version. You can still get your characters, depending on how you use them. It's a pain in the ass though. I had to go repeat the first stage and just zip through it real quick, just to get out of the way real quick on characters. You also have login bonuses, which again, it's a gotcha game, but it's not a gotcha game. Then you got your character developments. They didn't really change much of the development abilities or your skill trees, pretty much. So they haven't changed that much. Equipment, still the same. So, like, for example, Alucard's weapon. You still have your upgrades, you got your enchantments that enhance them, and you got your limit breaks, which makes them more stronger, upgradable. Also, they changed something. Before you had a quick battle, because you know, as the books, there is no hard mode. There used to be a hard mode. But now, what's interesting is now look at this. They give you difficulty modifiers. So depending what you do, you'll get rewarded. Ugh, excuse me. I'm just a little tired right now, but rough day work. So depending what you do, it's what your stipulation. It's like I know I can't regenerate mana, MP, but I can get hearts and such, and it'll regenerate. But I won't regen at all. So whatever I have with it until I hit a candelabra, I'm pretty much stuck with that MP that I have usage. So MP reduction is a must need. No recovery. It's straight up like not even freaking candelabras will recover you. Double your usage on your items, skill items. They still have kept that in check. Halftime limit. Unable to continue. Which why would I not continue? You know. And this one, this one's nasty. One damage, you take 10,000 damage. You die instantly. It's like good day, serve. Uh, yeah. So I know at one point they were gonna put the other characters that were not sort of playable, like Jonathan and Richter. I know adult Maria was also gonna be playable. So I knew that before the end of service in the original game, they were gonna put something like this, like they were some kind of assist system. But I reviewed my old review. Technically, this is the multiplayer aspect because when you have friends, you are able to take their characters, and they were going to be whatever they had on them. They were going to be the badass of your temporary usage for assist. So to compensate the friends list, they actually put the secondary support characters, the alter arts. Hold up. Ugh. I hate when people have loud cars. Anyhow, as I was saying, so they still have the aspects. You know, you go to a certain stage. They have certain stipulations of resistance. You get a bonus if you have their resistance up. Like I said, they changed the interface because before we did not have this. We actually had like, oh, you got stage one, stage two, you know, this type of thing right there. And then you get to the final boss. Now they actually show you like the old Castlevania esque style of stages, how they are laid out, which is kind of nice. Yeah, I remember there was a skip feature in the past. If like you go to there and there will be an option around here somewhere that says, "Hey, skip it if you want to." But they changed it into simple search. So it took me a while to figure out because I needed the giant bat from Dracula's castle, and only way you can actually see something if you're like you have to have the said item. You cannot because I didn't. His chances were really low because I actually did the simple search and I did 15 runs real quickly, auto 15 of them, and I only got like 2 bat souls. I was like, that's bad. That's bad. So, yeah. It's really weird. They also you're able to get their character souls and their respected weapon gems to summon. I don't know why they put that in there, but it's weird. But that's all the monsters. So you gotta have at least one soul to actually say, "Hey, I'm hunting for this thing," quick fight it. Uh, like I said, I'm up to this point in the story arc. Right now, we're back to Alucard's story arc for this one, which I had to upgrade Shinoa a lot because all of a sudden I had a difficulty spike. See that right there? That was not that high. I was down to 13,000 attack power, and my recommendation has to be right there. And I went in the stage, and I had like 3,800 HP. Yeah, the monsters were hitting me for 500. Right now, they're probably hitting me less now since I finally got my stats up. But yeah, you'll see from the last book. That was my stipulation. I was fine. But then all of a sudden, now I'm doubled up the stats. As you can see. So, they made it a little more difficult. Another thing is order. You know, you have your events. Oh, I had to finish book 4. So, yeah, you got these little events going on. Of course, you got to have certain stats or else you're going to get obliterated. They had these Egalos coins, which I remember they were the multiplayer aspect, if I remember correctly. So that's how I was able to get some stuff. Yeah, like right here. Oh, I remember this thing. This is hilarious. Yeah, so able to get that stuff. Able to transfer your parchments, get items. And then able to get skins, even though... I don't know how I feel about that. It's like, why would I want to get a skin? I'd rather have something, be more useful. Because the skins are kind of pointless to like you're not in multiplayer. As it was before. So you got soul breakdowns. So if you got excess amount, you can break it down and get points. Depending on how good as the soul is, because like 8 of that and the rating is 10. Oh wow, the dragon's freaking 200. Whew, that is a lot. Can't imagine when I go against the centaur one. Also, I have to break it down. So, like I said, dispatch system. So, just like your typical, like other gacha games, that has a dispatch. So, you just choose your characters. Here's your rewards for your mission. And try to get the meters up to certain points right here. Melee, magical, and I don't know what the hell that is. Either slashy or bashy. Which, not many people have the bashy. And then you're able to gear up to further enhance them. So it actually gives you a reason why you level up your gear. And you got special missions, so you're able, collect stuff over time. Definitely stuff like that. That'll be useful. What else I have not shown yet? Well, besides the gameplay. Let's start something a little slightly simple. Slightly simple is the word. Let's go be up. Another thing is, we don't have energy, because I know there was an energy system, which, again, I looked at my review, and there was an energy system. So, normally, if I fought this guy, it would have been probably like 10 points of RNG to burn. So, let's turn on the music a little bit. So
Castlevania, Grimoire of Souls.
we'll start off here. So this is Jonathan and Charlotte's boss in Portrait Ruin.
Let's go.
Of course, this game is control music. So if you pair up your phone or device. Yeah, again, I have 22,000 attack power, so it's not so bad. And you also get rank ups, and you get XP for your characters. Like I said, this game can be paired with a controller. I had my my old PS4 controllers, and I paired up my system, and it works pretty well. It's much better, honestly, because you saw how my character was able to dash forward and backward. Well, if I use the two back bumpers, he will choose left or right side to move. And people like Charlotte, for example, it will do a charge-up attack, and you can move her while you're doing that. So, Mega Man style, pretty much. So, it's kind of hard to charge up on the touchpad when you're trying to move. Not the greatest thing. Especially if you're trying to jump and shoot. He ain't working. Unless you're going to do some kind of weird claw shit. Like Monster Hunter style, step on the right side of the screen. But, got done to that. And I guess I'll show you the summon since I got a few up right now. Let's see this. Oh, I actually got new weapons. Cool. Ooh, Ice Brand. That's good. Which one is this? Huh. That might be good for Shinoa. Oh, that's gonna be useful. Yeah, let's do another one just in case. Oh wow, I'm actually getting some new ones here. Oh, that's gonna be nuts for her. Like I said, trials, you got your weapon enhancement, or I should say gear enhancements. Again, you have to reach a certain rank to able unlocked. You gotta hit S, at least S, to actually auto skip the stage. If not, you're just gonna have to repeat it. Unfortunately, with the gear enhancement, you have to perfect the monsters because you're going up on an elevator, and you got to perfect every kill in there. You gotta use certain items that actually will be beneficial. Like for Shinoa, I had to use, what is that, lion or cat A, I think it is. Because certain weapons, these variations here, because of type A. So, type A version for the cats for her, it just goes in a straight line until it hits a collision, and it will bounce backwards to the opposite direction. Type B, it's stationary, which they do a lot of damage, but the thing is, they have to be stationary. And you have to throw it in a certain spot. These guys, well, for that stage, it's really good. Holy water, same thing. Like type A will be, it'll go splash forward at a short range, and then type B will just stay in one spot like the old Castlevania style. I don't know about the daggers because I haven't used Elicord or Simon enough to see what type A and type B. I think if I remember correctly, I think type A is your typical, single throw, and type B is like a triple throw. So they don't explain the weapon types under meaning, so it's really weird. What else? Like I said, you got your music list, which scares me because I haven't finished off Richter's story arc, and usually when you finish the whole book, you'll get the last 3 songs. But if I'm actually going by chances here, I got a lot of songs to pick up. So it makes me wonder if... Let's turn on the sounds here. Probably muttering my voice off. It makes me wonder there's more than 5 books when I ended the game with the end of service in version 1. So I don't know how much they put into it, because they put a lot of effort for the interface itself. Because the quest list is different. A lot different. If you actually go back to, like I said, go back to my previous review, and you see the books are a lot different. Even the freaking character portrait right here, this is a lot different. Because it used to be like all these pieces here, they used to be around here. And the skills were somewhat similar, but I think it was like moved over here. They also added food items, but you don't see it on here. But it's right here in this spot. It only happens when you're on the main quest stuff. So I don't remember using food items either. So there's a few things they kind of added in or refined in a way after the end of the service. It's funny how they picked it up for Apple Arcade. So I don't know. If you like Castlevania and you have a Apple device, Apple account, I should say, for Apple Arcade, I would say probably pick this one up. It's actually not that bad of a game. Does get a little grindy. Like I said, I'm at book 4, and I had to upgrade Shinoa up to ridiculous levels, and I'm kind of out of resources at this point. But I might be able to just get through this storyline. And of course, the character banter, if you do certain quests, is kind of funny too. So, okay, I guess that's about it. Yeah. So, okay.